People first, products and profits will follow. It began with the integrity of the company. It began for respect for ourselves as employees, incredible respect for customers and being sensitive to markets.
But it was based upon a real keen sense of business, keen sense of fairness, and a keen sense of being able to drive people and lead people.
I just believe that when you're right, you have to do everything you can to see it through. So perseverance, I think, is one of the things that I hope I imbued in the early company, which is still there today. No surrender, no retreat. If you're right, you go for it.
Technology is an incredible journey.
I don't know how many times over the years we have been told we've met the physical limit and we've gone through it.
And it really forced us to change how we viewed ourselves from a second source good partner that just did peripheral products for CPUs to a company that had to go compete head-on against a larger company with about a 20-year head start.
And I'll never forget the first motherboards out of Taiwan shipped in plain white boxes with no labels on them and no brands anywhere, because the motherboard companies were afraid to have their names associated with this new AMD platform because they were all afraid of Intel.
We knew that we were no longer following Intel, that we were setting the lead there, and they were having to follow us and figure and scramble how they could, figure out what to do.
One of the technology guys said, you know what, we're going to make the first gigahertz processor and it's going to be made here in Dresden. And everybody thought, whoa, well, that's a pretty audacious goal, given where we were. And this was probably a year away from making anything. We were literally just bringing tools into the fab.
That's one of the great things about AMD is that it's based on what contribution can we make.
So we actually beat them with a year of work by one day and had the world's first gigahertz processor, and in fact it was made by AMD and did come out of the fab in Germany.
And Jerry said, 64 bits, embedded memory controller, LDT, silicon on insulator. I love it. Let's do it. And that was the product planning cycle. It took about 2 hours and we were done and off and running.
We were the company who realized that x86 technology could scale from the gadget all the way into the supercomputer.
Nobody in the industry really thought that we'd be successful creating our own major extension to the 64-bit architecture, and of course history proved everybody wrong.
Whatever technology that's going to be, whether it's biochemistry, whether it's new medical treatments, X-ray equipment, MRI equipment, everything comes down to needing computing and graphics power. And that computing and graphics power is limited by the power of the chip. So as long as we continue to develop ever more powerful and ever lower power microchips, I think we've got a limitless future, because every technology going forward will depend upon it.
You look at fusion, and that's the epitome of the strategy of combining ATI and AMD.
So we really are at the epicenter of graphics development and have an architecture that we can build on that the competition simply can't.
And in a manner that brings value to our customers.
And the AMD team is propelling the ingredients and make them more advanced, more capable, and that's how we make our entertainment.
I mean, find another company that does that, and does it as well as we do, and in as many places as we do. And this is, this is one of the things that, makes this a fun place to come into work.
I think microprocessors are some of the most complicated devices built by humans today.
You know, the people that I talk to really like the fact that, hey, this is hard, but we can do it. And when we do it, the industry is going to be a different place.
You know, we're not going to do it by copying them. We're going to do it with innovations like fusion and other things we're doing that are just going to knock out the knees.
When you get it right, when you get to market, you win. You don't always just sort of crank the handle and do the same thing again. You move on to the next challenge.
And all the people take pleasure out of kicking butt of big bullies.
You know, it's an amazing business. It's exciting. It's also amazingly tough. And, you know, as I think about AMD, the company, you know, that's one of the words that comes to mind. You know, toughness, perseverance, and passion.
You go to bed at night thinking, can I do it again tomorrow morning? And you wake up and you get into a meeting with another AMDer, and right then and there, or you're on a call and you feel that energy again, and it comes right back to you as to why we do this.
I wake up every day. I want to drive in fast because I want to knock Intel out.
And every employee has a chance to take responsibility for his own actions and do what is necessary to help the overall enterprise.
Because as things move quickly in the marketplace, you're not going to be able to forecast everything. So speed of decision making, speed of execution, move fast.
You never lose being an AMDer.
Happy anniversary, AMD.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy anniversary and many happy returns.
Happy 40th anniversary.
I'd like to wish AMD and all its people a wonderful 40th anniversary.
Happy anniversary, AMD. Go, go, go!